Welcome to the Rebel Within podcast. This is Bill, and this is season 4, episode 2. Um, Today, I've got a topic that I want to talk about. It's kind of controversial, um, but it needs to be talked about, and it's one of those things that a lot of people won't talk about because they just, you know, they're too afraid to talk about it, or they're afraid of the backlash they may get or whatever. But I don't care. I'm nobody. I have a small podcast, a small platform, and so we're gonna get into this. Today's episode is titled "Woke Hollywood and Disney." Now, it's gonna be kind of two sections here. I'm gonna talk about the Hollywood thing first, and I may add the Disney into it, or I may just kind of make it its own separate little piece. But anyway, so to get into what I'm going to be talking about today, I was watching a video on YouTube. I want to say it was like yesterday or the day before yesterday, about the actor Kevin Sorbo, who is now kind of blacklisted and blackballed in Hollywood for exposing Hollywood, but not only exposing Hollywood, but before being a Christian and conservative and believing in God. Um, because we all know that woke Hollywood, or Hollywood as I like to call it, um, is anti-religion, anti-God, anti-Christian, at least for most part of it anyway. There's still a few actors out there like John Voight and Dean Cain, and there's some few others out there that are sort of kind of, but you're getting where you're hearing less and less from these actors, because they're probably not getting work, because Hollywood doesn't want to support these people because they don't stand for their agenda. Hollywood has got really, like, Hollywood and California in general has really got really sick and twisted in the last decade or more, and a lot of their policies are really weird and really out there. And one of the reasons why celebrities want to do away with the electoral college is because California is one of those states that have like the most like representation um in like Congress and stuff like that. That's where a lot of your Democrats, your these kind of elite people live, and they have influence over a lot of things. And that's a tendency of where a lot of your Democrats kind of cater to. So here's the thing, right? Hollywood has gotten to where they're pushing all this like transgenderism, people not having to identify what kind of gender they are. You're not you don't have to classify yourself as a gender. And I'm gonna give you the reason why this is going this way. I was watching a video here, probably, I don't know, a couple weeks back, maybe something like that, and I forgot the actress's name, but she was talking about how when she was like going to, I think it was a Hollywood premiere or something like that, and she was like 16 at the time. Well, now she's talking about this now, and like she's 18 and kind of exposing Hollywood for who they really are. She was talking about how a lot of Hollywood, like she went to a premiere, and they were telling her about how she should wear her dress a little more, like down, you know, kind of reveal more cleavage and stuff like that. Um, I think it was I don't want to say the girl's name, But anyway, but and I'm gonna thinking about this. Ain't that like that's like pedophilia? Um and Miley Bobby or something like that. It's a Stranger Things star. Miley Bobby, I think was her name. Molly Bobby Brown. That was it. Was talking about how she felt sexualization as a teen, and so anyway, like the reason why they're doing this, the whole thing is that so Hollywood can export younger women into doing like these sex scenes and stuff like that because sex sells in Hollywood. You know, they you know, if you can get someone to admit like, well, I'm not really a woman, I'm not really a man, I really don't consider myself a certain gender. Because see, you know, men can walk around without a shirt on, and it's not a thing. You know, it's been that way since time. You know what I'm saying? And it's but if you could get girls or women to do that, then you can get them to, you know, do more nude scenes, more sex scenes in movies in Hollywood and everything. And that way, these perverted actors and perverted people in Hollywood, you know, can get themselves off of whatever it is or make themselves happy by exploiting young. See, I'm not willing, I'm not surprised if eventually Hollywood or the state of California don't wind up somehow or another trying to become their own like country or whatever it is. I know they've tried it one time before and it didn't pass because there's just enough conservative people in California to the block to vote. But I think eventually, I think the Hollywood elites are going to um, take control of that, and I won't be surprised if like the age of consent is moved down to like 15 or 16 years old just so these people can, you know, exploit young girls and stuff like that. You know, because I think that's kind of funny because, you know, when it comes to a lot of these women, they act like they're so like when that whole Jeffrey Weinstein thing, or Jeffrey Epstein and that Harvey Weinstein thing, you know, they act like they were such victims, but yet they're the same ones who are out here trying to exploit some of this shit and blackballing these people in Hollywood for being conservatives and Christians and everything. But anyway, these people are just sick minded and they're sick and twisted. And I wouldn't be surprised eventually if they don't even do away with like the pedophilia laws or some shit like that. Because that's just how sick and perverted and twisted these people are. They're just I I don't get it, man. I mean, I don't know how anyone can live in that state and just not barf at the things that you hear from these people, from these Hollywood elites and everything. I know Chris Pratt has took some heat for being a Christian and stuff in Hollywood, but luckily he hasn't really got blackballed yet, but it's probably coming. Once the Marvel and the um Avengers kind of comic book things sort of kind of start dipping a little bit, he'll get hit for it. He's kind of popular right now because of the, you know, the Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff like that. He's in those movies and stuff. Yeah. It probably won't be long, and he'll be blackballed in Hollywood too. You know, people like Dean Cain, other people like that who are conservative and Christian who believe in God and all. See, that's the thing about Hollywood. See, they don't want to believe in God because they want to do all this stuff that they're doing and not having to answer for any of it. They want to have a conscience. Don't want to be like, oh, it's not sin if you don't believe or something other like that. You know what I'm saying? But see, but then they'll be the first ones crying like a baby and when they die and they stand before God talking about, oh well, I didn't know, or I didn't, all this stuff. Yeah, you could be crying, but when your ass is burning in hell, you'll be wishing you had a different look and different tune. But oh well. Um, but they're sick and they're twisted and they're just disgusting, and they keep pushing this agenda on people. That's why I like when people stand up for what they believe in, and if you're not woke and everything, they attack you, try to counsel you, try to go after you, do what they can to get rid of you or whatever, or erase you from history or whatever it is. Yeah, they have a sick agenda, and a lot of these people are part of that Church of Scientology or whatever it is. So they're even more sick in the head. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, it's pretty bad. I don't even really know what that is, the Church of Scientology, but don't care, don't want to know. But that's why you have a lot of this crap going on. And kind of changing over to Disney now. Disney's not much better. Disney used to be a a, a, a kid friendly, family friendly platform and everything that was, had a lot of positive things and movies and stuff for kids and stuff now, but it's done gone woke too. And they're pushing a lot of this transgender ideology stuff too, and a lot of things that just aren't right. They're pushing a lot of crazy stuff, and people they're getting backlash for it. People are standing up for it for the time, and that's why I'm trying to get away from watching a lot of stuff nowadays. I mean, I don't really watch a lot of TV to begin with, but I'm trying to get to where I'm watching a lot more family friendly content, more Christian content, more things about the Bible and stuff like that. It's just, these people have gone and they just they don't care about religion no more. They don't care about Christianity. They don't care about God, and they just want to, you know, the devil's got a hold of them, man, and he's done ingrained in them so bad that I don't know if there's any hope for some of them, but that the devil's got a hold of Disney and Hollywood and all this stuff, and that's just where all this crazy shit's coming from. But a lot of these actors are sick and twisted, and you know what the bad part about it is you hear these people sometimes, and you talk about, oh, they were such a good person and all that. Oh, rest in peace to this person. But really, a lot of these people are just, you don't see it because it's not publicized on TV, because they don't want, because a lot of these woke agenda people, they'll stick up and hide a lot of things for a lot of their buddies and stuff like that. But a lot of these people really aren't good people at all. They're really disgusting ass people. And one of these days, a lot of this truth is going to come out. And when it does, you'll be sitting back going, wow, I really thought this person was a good person. But you'll see it. It'll all come out in the end. And like with Disney, man, I don't really care a whole lot whether, I mean, see, that's the only bad part I hate about Disney is they own Marvel now. And, they're, if you watch a Marvel movie, you're supporting Disney whether you want to or not. And that's what sucks. And, I don't know, man. It's getting really hard, and but maybe I'm gonna try to stick to as much of the family friendly stuff as I can. Um, but it just sucks, man, because everything in the world now you watch is gone woke and gone crazy, and they're it's not good. They're pushing all this transgenderism and all this. You don't have to be a certain gender, and they're forcing sexuality and talking about sex to little kids that are not even 10 years old yet. They don't need to know about that shit. They don't want to know about that shit. They could care less about that stuff. See, what it is you trying, the pedophiles and the perverts are trying to get this stuff on kids, so now that they can, exploit kids a lot younger. And don't be surprised if you don't see like pedophilia become a thing. It is sick, man. These people just need to be stopped, and these people need to be just took out and shot, if you really want me to be honest with you. But I'll probably get some heat for this podcast. Who knows, I might even get banned off of Spotify. Who knows? I mean, it's crazy as hell, but it's the truth, and the truth needs to be told. And you want me to be honest with you, I'm not sorry for it, and I'm not sorry a bit. That's why this is unapologetic, no filters and no bullshit podcast. So that's all I've really got for today. I just wanted to talk about it. I want to bring some awareness to some of this stuff that some people may not know. But yeah, just keep looking out for this stuff, man. You'll start seeing a lot more on YouTube and stuff as more and more Christian actors and artists and stuff start exposing Hollywood for what they truly are: a bunch of sick, pedophilia, perverted fucking people who have no values whatsoever at all, and have no conscience or anything. And you'll start seeing it all come out, and these people are going to run to the hills when they do. And I hope the good Lord that the government and people just crack down on these people, and if they get caught doing some of this stuff, they throw the book to them and throw them, lock them up, never give them a chance of parole or anything. They're just sick people out here in this world. But that's all I've got for today. Thank you for listening to the Rebel Within podcast. I really appreciate it. If share this with as many people as you can, and just get it out there for people to hear. All right, well, y'all have a good day and a blessed day. And this is Bill signing out of the Rebel Within podcast. Take it easy.